Jamal Adams, what's good? How you been, bro? Man, I think it's been a while since I seen you, bro. Let's see here. Let's get the Pumas on. I think today we're gonna go with the black ones today. So, but before we get into that, yo, what's good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, and we are back with another GT7 live stream. I've been good, brother, just working. Tell me about it, man. Don't work. I work 6 days a week, but it is what it is. Um, how I feel about how much I work, some people might see that as towing the company line, but when people at the job start complaining about all the overtime that we've been working, I would tell them that I would rather be told we need you to work overtime instead of we need to lay you off. And besides, all the overtime that I've worked has allowed me to buy so many toys over the years. Um, the string is stuck in my shoe. I mean, all my shit, my computer, this rig that I'm sitting in right here, um, both of my computers, my TVs, my PlayStations, Xboxes, computers, my VR headsets, hell, even both of my cars, both of my real life cars, my Acura and my Lexus, they both paid off. And all of that was made possible by working overtime because it put me in a position to buy stuff outright or pay it off faster. So that being said, hey, do what you got to do. So if you working overtime, you working a lot. Hey, salute. Uh, oh, all right. Before I go looking for a daily race, I just want to touch on this microtransaction thing one last time because you guys know how I feel about it. I think it's bullshit. Um, but truth be told, even though I think it's bullshit, it has the microtransactions and this whole economy scheme that they set up has minimal effect on me because I'm more or less interested in racing and not car collecting. The people that's going to be affected the most by this are the casuals who want to try to collect the rare cars and stuff. They're the ones that's going to get hit hardest by this. Me, as far as cars goes, there's only a couple of cars that I want, and maybe the other car when they, assuming they get it, because I think they will get it, and that is the Toyota GR010 hypercar that Toyota just introduced a couple years ago. That's not in the game, but I think they will. I think they will get it eventually. I want that car, and I might be willing to buy spend money on a microtransaction to get it. Depends on how much the car how much the car is, um, and how much time I'm willing to invest. But anything else, stuff that costs like 450,000 or something like that, I'll probably grind for it. But I want to talk about the different reactions over the past few days about these microtransactions. This been a series of reactions. Um, there's been outrage. There has been people who break it down like I did and show you exactly how it is, and rather than just talk about it, they show you what's going on blow for blow. I think I fall in the middle of those two. While I was showing you guys what was going on, I did get a little animated a few times. because I thought it was bullshit, and the emotions flowed out, which a lot of times I try to keep in check. Then there were the people who say, you don't have to buy the microtransactions, you have a choice. Um, then there were those who didn't say anything. And so I want to address the different reactions because, um, as far as outrage goes, I expected outrage from two groups. One was the Xbots. They, they were just going to do it as part of as council war shit. So I excluded them from this. I didn't even include them because their outrage wasn't going to be genuine because they don't have the game, they don't play the game, and they were just looking for something to bash PlayStation on. So I didn't include them in this. Then there were the people who are hardcore fans of the franchise and passionate about this franchise, and they let their displeasure be known. Um, then there were some big YouTubers that they spoke their piece about the microtransactions, and then they didn't say anything anymore, and they went right back to streaming it. Now I kind of knew that they would do it because some of these YouTubers that I'm speaking of, they built their channel off of GT7, and some of these YouTubers are big enough that they don't that GT7 is their job. I won't mention any names. You guys might know some of them that I'm talking about, but there's a few YouTubers that have around 700,000 subs who built their channel off of the Gran Turismo franchise. So naturally, they're not going to badmouth the franchise that much because this game is how they make their living. They did speak up about the microtransactions a little bit, and then they went right back to business because if you say too much negative stuff about the microtransactions, you would essentially be biting the hand that feeds you. So they said their little piece, and then they went right back to business. Um, the the mistake that I made was throwing everybody all in the same pot, except for the Xbox. Like I said, they this isn't their fight. Their outrage is going to be fake because it's council war shit. Everybody else, I lumped them all in the same group because I figured they would either be fans of the game or fans of Sony. So I lumped them all in the same category. Um, but I was a little bit surprised by some of the reactions. I mean, some of the reactions that I've heard, like some of the people that insist that you don't have to buy the microtransactions, that you have a choice. Um, they would be true, but that would be true. But some of the people that are saying that, they don't understand the full scope of the game. They don't. Some of them I don't even think have the game. And that's just their when they say you don't have to buy the microtransactions. I think that's just their universal answer to anything that comes up like that. That's just their universal answer. I don't think they dug into this game, and they don't really know what's going on with this game. And the ones that say that don't understand that the microtransactions, the low payout, the entire economy is all wired together and is designed to force your hand. It doesn't force you to buy the microtransactions, but it does force your hand. It doesn't make you buy them, but it pushes you in that direction. And to me, that's where the people who was like, you don't have to buy the microtransactions, they don't know totally what's going on. Some of those people, I think, like I said, I think some of those people were that was just their general answer, and that's just the way they're going to answer those type of questions, answer those type of issues. with a general answer. Others I thought was damage controlling. Um, and then I think finally there were those who said nothing. Um, there were some people that I noticed were quiet and didn't say anything. I was a little bit surprised by that because I've said it in a previous stream that supposedly with the PlayStation community, they take pride in the quality games that they get from Sony, and they think a big reason for the quality games that they get from Sony is that they hold Sony accountable whenever they put out trash. Um, that being said, for some of those that are quiet, I want to make sure you keep that same energy when Forza 8 comes out. When Forza 8 comes out and we see the microtransactions that they have, I'm expecting you to maintain that same silence that you have right now with GT Sport. Because you're being quiet now, and you claim to be one of those people that holds Sony accountable, and you expect quality from them. You're being quiet now, and then you start beating your chest and screaming to the mountaintop as soon as you see the microtransactions in Forza 8. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to be looking at you sideways. So, that's about where I stand on that. I think the last thing I'm going to say about this is there was also people out there that have this belief that the people that are hopping mad over this are people who don't have the game. Those are the people who are way out of the loop. The people who are just saying that are probably the ones that don't have the games themselves, because I can run off a bunch of YouTubers who express their displeasure. I've seen a lot of videos where people were hopping mad and they explain how they were a fan of the franchise for years and how they played it going all the way back to Gran Turismo 2 or 3 or something like that. So when these people jump up and say, oh, the ones that's getting mad, they don't have the game and they just looking for a reason to scream, you are dead wrong. That's how far you are out of the loop. That's probably a testament that you don't have the game for you to jump up and say that people who are hopping mad over the game don't have the game. That couldn't be furthest from the truth. I think it's from what I've been seeing as far as from a YouTube standpoint, the people that have been made the loudest noise are YouTubers that have anywhere from like 1,000 to 5,000 subs, where they have a lot of subs, but they can't make a living out of it yet. I get mixed answers. Some say don't buy it yet. Others said, hold on, let me put my glasses on. I'm sorry. Tantrum, I said I get mixed answers. Some say don't buy it, and others said it is worthy to buy. Well, I'm going to put it to you like this, because I can give a final definite answer about this game. I said before that I think this game is targeted towards the casuals. I mean, I think that they're trying to get everybody, because this game covers all aspects. You know, they've changed the physics for the hardcore. They've got drifting, they got rally racing, they got car collecting, customize your car. So I think they were aiming for everybody, but as far as the microtransactions goes, I think the biggest targets were the casuals and the car collectors. Because naturally, the car collectors are going to want the most expensive, most rare car on the game, and and then you also throw in the invitation where if an opportunity comes up for you to buy a car, this is a ridiculous amount of money. You're not going to be able to grind in 3 days to get that money, so it puts you in a position where I feel that you go into a little bit of a panic and you quick buy a microtransaction so you can get that rare car before the invitation expires. So I'll really reiterate that one last time. See what you got here, Tantrum. Said one, if people don't buy the game may stay broken and won't be updated much. If people buy the devs must hear the community and adjust it accordingly and continued updates. As a catch 22, because the microtransactions and the game being down for over 30 hours is where the main outrage is. I think if people buy the game, it is a quality game. I've never questioned the quality of this game, and it is a gorgeous game. Never questioned the quality of the of its beauty. If people buy this game, it if people continue to buy this game, which they will, to me, it will send a firm message to Microsoft and any other publisher who makes racing games. It tells them that they can implement an economy similar to this game and, for use of a better term, get away with it. Honestly, maybe Sony might adjust. I'll say this: if you're into collecting cars, you're gonna have a bad day. Um, right now, it's trash for that aspect. So yeah, so I guess I didn't completely answer that question, Tantrum. So I'm sorry. So to completely answer that question about whether somebody should buy it or not, if they're a car collector, be warned, you're going to need a lot of credits to buy these cars. And and if you want to purchase an $18 million car on this game, you can either buy the microtransactions or grind and grind, and then when you're done grinding, grind some more. To people who like me, that's more interested in racing than the microtransactions, I think it would be okay for you to buy the game. Now, you will be affected by the credits, but not like the car collectors. So, with that, the reward is to win way too low and you cannot sell your cars to achieve more credits. You know what? I was thinking about that, Tantrum, about selling your cars. I think something. See, Sony would never do this because they would be losing money off of microtransactions. But I think they should allow you to sell your car back to a dealership because the game does sell you used cars and they treat it like a real life situation that a car that was there today may not necessarily be there tomorrow. Um, and if you buy a used car, if the car has high mileage, I guess according to this game, if you buy a car that's got high mileage, it's not going to perform as well as a car that has lower mileage. That being said, I think they should allow people to sell their cars back to the dealership. And since they want to treat it like a real life situation, they should get a sale or trade in value on their car based on what year it is, the rarity of the car, the mileage of the car. And hell, if you want to make it a little more fun, Um, maybe you could look up the history. They could add a history of who the previous owner was. This was the previous owner of this car. This is how long they had the car. This is how many miles they put on the car. I mean, they could do something like that. That would definitely add to the immersion if they want to make this shit real life. So let's go have a look at a daily race and see what we got here. Because one of the things I'm curious about the daily race is, am I going to have to spend money again to enter this race? Truth is, I still got to own 10 to 20 million cars in GT Sport. Oh, you said I never got to own the 10 to 20 million dollar cars at GT Sport. The only car I think that I owned on GT Sport that might have cost over $1 million might have been the Lewis Hamilton Formula One Mercedes, and I bought that outright. I didn't grind for it. I don't even remember what it cost. Now, what we got here in the daily race, all of them are BOP races. That stands for balance of performance. So I think what that's supposed to mean is that all the cars are evenly tuned in this game and in this race, and it won't allow you to go in to tune the car. It won't allow you to adjust the weight, the engine mapping, the transmission, or any of that stuff. But Z28 Gaming put out a video where people can kind of get around that. And I guess what you can do is, before you go to enter one of these BOP races, is that you can go get a car and put some parts on it and then enter that BOP race. And I guess the parts that you buy kind of won't be applied to the BOP, if I'm understanding this correctly. So let's. So this particular race here, this is a GT4 race, and I have the GR Super Race Card 2019. This car is eligible to race. Now, what I'm curious about is, there's your tire choices. I actually enjoy road cars. I know that will be plenty in GT7. The exotic and super fast cars, you may only need just a few to stay afloat. Don't need all of them. Now, like the super rare cars and stuff like that, I'm not interested in them because they're road cars. They're production cars or hand built road cars. I'm pretty much interested in GT3 and Group 2 cars. Group 2 cars, Group 3 cars, Group 1 cars. That's really all I'm interested in. I'm not interested in the real life cars, the production cars. It was that way a long time ago, but not now. Let's go into car settings. So here we have another situation. This is something that I'm curious about. And once again, I'm going to spend money. You like the Le Mans too, right? Yep, absolutely. That's the reason. That was one of the reasons why I had planned to keep grinding on the cafe books, was to eventually get to Circuit de la Sarthe and get that track unlocked. See here, Ham VR. You know what, Ham? Is actually, your timing's perfect. Let's see here. Don't want to break your flow. Did you see the ACC DLC preview streams? I'm looking forward to the release tomorrow. Quick footnote, everybody. Assetto Corsa Competizione on both PS5 and PC. Yesterday, the patch that we were waiting for on the PS5 version of Assetto Corsa Competizione came out yesterday. I had a quick look at it. So all the bugs, it appears to have been fixed. So like Your lap times and all that stuff will be is it is being recorded. The standings, like the delta, um, the gaps, all that information is there too. So actually, when I get done with this stream, um, for those of you that want to pop on over and watch me do a couple of races on the PS5 version of Assetto Corsa Competizione, feel free to join me. And now that they've got the game fixed and running correctly, because the game ran, the 60 frames per second was perfect. It was just like the lap times and all that stuff wasn't recording. Now that that stuff is being recorded, uh, basically you really couldn't tell whether I'm playing on PC or the PS5, except for the fact that I might be wearing my headset when I'm racing on PC. But flat screen, you're not going to be able to tell whether I'm on PS5 or whether I'm on PC. So I might do a quick stream there. And then tomorrow we have the challenge pack for the PC version of ACC. I think we're getting 5 cars. We're getting the Audi, a Ferrari, a Porsche, a Lamborghini, and I think a BMW M2 or something like that. So I think we're getting about 5 cars. And so I'm definitely going to do another stream tomorrow of ACC, and we're going to have a look at those cars. So quick note there. So back to this race here. So the detail settings right here. Well, right here, you see you can't adjust any of this stuff. So that's what the BOP is. So the one thing that I'm curious about is with the BOP applied, you see that I can't adjust anything with this car. The one thing that I'm curious about are the tires. You guys heard me talk about that before. It says tire choice. The car has racing hard tires on it. But again, as I said in the previous stream, if I was to be a little bit worried about whether it would rain or not, it would be in my best interest to go purchase some wet tires. So, so just out of curiosity, let's go buy a set of tires and come back to this race and see if it'll let me choose my, change tires. Oops. Meant to go to the tuning shop. I'm having a brain fart. Oh, by the way, Ham, if you are still listening, Ham, I added another 32 gigs of RAM to my PC. I now have 64 gigs of RAM. Even though I know I didn't need it, I still put it there. So down the road, when I upgrade to another graphics card, that'll be it. That'll be the only thing that I need to upgrade to. Let's go semi racing. Oh, come on, man. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Lincoln, wake up, wake up. Dirt tires. Let's go racing. Racing soft. Oh, God damn it. Looking for those tires again. Yeah, 64 gigs is a lot for gaming. Yeah. I guess I was just looking for a reason to blow some money here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to buy the intermediate tires. We're going to buy those. So once again, I just spent $56,000 for these tires. Now, mind you, I didn't have to do it. So for those who are going to say you didn't have to buy it, I know that. So Great Tantrum. I'm still rocking a GTX 1080 GPU with 6 gigs of RAMs and i7 1700 at 4.2 gigahertz. As long as I game at 1080p, 60 frames per second, it does it nicely. Um, yeah. I think eventually I would like to get to where Ham is at. I think Ham has a 3090. I think he has 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. Um, we both have the i9 12900K CPUs, but the 3090 is the X factor for him. I've got a 3070 because that's all I could get my hands on. So with that being said, Ham, when we race in VR, Ham can turn his stuff up a little bit higher than me. He can turn his resolution up a little bit higher than me because he's got a little bit more overhead to work with. I can settle with 30 frames per second, even frame rate. Ooh, I don't know about that, especially with racing games. Got to have that 60 frames. All right, so let's go back to this race. Group C. So, car settings. There it is. I have the option. Now, just so we're clear, for the people to say you didn't have to spend that $56,000 on those tires, I know that. But I'm still reiterating my point that this race says nothing about the weather, and this game has dynamic weather. So we do not know if it's going to rain in the middle of one of these daily races. If it does rain, if I did not have the wet tires, I would be screwed. So, so that was my own choice to spend the money to get those tires, but I was looking at it from the standpoint of covering myself in case the weather changes during the race. But yes, I do know that I did not have to buy those tires. So other than that, daily races, you pretty much won't be affected by it. Him, yeah, the 4080, 4090 should be a nice upgrade for both of us on VR. Should be almost 2 times the performance allegedly. Yeah, but probably 2 times the price too. Cody, what's up? How you doing? All right, I prefer the Group 3 races. So why body prohibited and the BOPs are applied. See, I want to use my Ford GT. All I'm looking for is at least an RTX 3060 Ti or better. But no money these days. And sorry to hear that. I mean, I've been working a ton of overtime, and then I just got my tax returns back too, so I had some little extra money to play with. So I decided to treat myself to 32 more gigs of RAM. So we're going to go ahead and enter this race, and we're going to drive the Ford GT for this race. Let me see what we got for the car settings, the detailed settings. The weight, so they took the weight down to 2778, so it looks like they set the weight for you. Let me see here. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me look at that again. 727.48, 2778. So let's see let me Let's see what happens if I change cars. Do those BOPs stay the same? Oh, it's a little bit different. So the weight is 2,800 pounds. You said hopefully the PSVR 2 will be an affordable option for VR sim racing. It will be. It absolutely will be an affordable option because um, even though the situation with this game, the microtransactions, how I feel about that, whatever, I still think, and even though there's been some times that I've expressed a little bit of frustration with my PS5 because I felt like I wasn't getting much use out of it, especially because PSVR 2 isn't here yet. I still think the PS5 is an amazing piece of hardware. I mean, I still think you're getting PC quality without the PC price. Um, Jonathan, how you doing? I think that with the PS5, never mind all that 120 frame shit. I'm just like, to me, 1440p 60, I think is more than good enough for the PS5. If you can get 2160p 60, that's even better. PSVR 2 is doing things that even the most expensive PC VR headset is compared to ACC on PC VR. Anyway, yeah. Um, so when PSVR 2 comes out, assuming ACC gets VR support, to me at that point it won't matter whether you're on PC or PS5. In most cases, but for you and me, Ham, the better experience will still be on PC because we still have our base shakers. And not only that, we will also be getting native feedback instead of having to use a drive hub adapter. Okay, looks like I'll be ready to enter here in a second. Here we go. That looks a little more clear. Oh, I see what that is. Yeah, I can't do without my base shakers anymore. You got that right, Ham. Hell yeah, I can't do without my base shakers anymore. Tantrum, PSVR 2 will have haptic feedback in the headset, and they are coming out, I believe, with haptic headphones too. Interesting. Oh shoot, Gaming Legends, what's up? I'm gonna have to turn my force feedback up. Right for 10 cents. No. 1 second, Tantrum, because I definitely want to pull over and see that entire comment so I can respond to it. He said grinding for 10 cents. That was funny. I don't think PS4 needs to support 120 frames per second. I think 60 is good enough. Oh. Okay. So, whoops. First of all, let's turn this force feedback up a little bit. Steering sensitivity. All right, we can leave that where it's at. All right, let me check your comment real quick. Said, you see here, Gaming Legends, GT7 VR will probably be standalone PS5 only. Yeah, because I don't think they could do it on PS4. Not the way they plan to do it on PS5. If they give you VR support on PS4, it's going to be the same shit what you got right now on GT Sport. And I think that's the reason why this game did not launch with any sort of VR support, because PSVR 2 isn't ready yet. And if you give PS4 the same kind of support that GT Sport has, then you send a terrible message to everybody and you make everybody think that this is what PSVR 2 is going to be, and then they don't want to buy it. Why would anybody want to buy a VR headset so they can race one-on-one against an AI that's stupid? So I think that was a smart move for them not to give this game any VR support at all, so people don't get it confused with PSVR 2. Tantrum, well, here's the deal. No 120 hertz FOS on PS4 means no 120 frames FPS on PS5, no VR on PS4, no VR on PS5. They want to make it work where it won't break the PS4 version. You know, I think it's going to work. Even with the PS5 version, even with PSVR 2 being on the PS5 version of GT7, I think it's still going to be cross play between PS4 and PS5. I think that's the big reason why there's only 20 cars for online, because I think they need to save some of that overhead for PSVR 2, because even with like gaze tracking and like the DLSS type implementation, I think it's still going to tax the hardware. So I think they still need to save some of that overhead for the VR. Whereas like a set of Corsa Competizione on PS5 can render 30 cars, whereas this game is rendering 20. And you know what? I'm gonna exit this and then come back, because I saw my good friend Carlos Hernandez. Oops. I saw him listed up there, and I want to come back and see his time. Holy shit! He turned it a one. He turned it a 136. Go, Carlos. That's my boy Carlos Fernandez. All right. But then again, ACC crossplay for console and PC players. That means a lot of people run a higher frame rate. So I was hoping that they would give us crossplay on ACC between PS5 and PC, but I don't think it's going. I'm hearing it's not going to happen. Oh, shite! I was looking at the tire tracks instead of my markers. Shite! Oh shit, I did it again! Damn, my ghost is getting away. I'm about to say, what in the hell just happened? Come back to some of these comments. PS5 has ray tracing where PS4 doesn't. I think it's possible they will add VR support for PS5 and PS4 Pro, which probably release next year. Oh, but if you add PSVR support for PS4 Pro, is Sony going to alienate the PS4? Because that was the whole problem this past generation. Ham, is from what I had heard, they had a multiplayer, a full multiplayer running on GT Sport on PSVR, but they wanted parity, and it was mandated that PS4 be included. So they didn't want to separate the user base, from what I understand. Damn, I think I'm the only one using a 4 GT. Oh, it said PS5 Pro, yeah. Dirt 5 has 125 modem. That game is cross-gen. I haven't seen what the graphics look like on that game yet, though. Oh shit! God damn it! What the fuck is this dude problem? Damn it. Honestly, I was trying to catch up to his ass so I could ram him. I don't care about my safety rating on this game the way I do ACC. Did I get hit again? It got that Terminator music. What? Let's see here. You said GT7 has Easter eggs at Daytona. You can see the SpaceX rocket launch at Bathurst. There's a UFO abducting a cow, and in Trial Mountain, a monkey and a branch. Oh, no kidding. Oh shit. Oh, I got a cool 6,000. So those tires only cost me 50,000. Let's watch the replay for a second. Oh shucks. Let's see here. No. No, not interested in that. There we go. Replays. Damn. Kind of got to go through a lot to find it. There's no content to display. I saved the replay. Or do I have to go to my garage to find it? Escapes, movies. Yes, sir. Isn't she a beauty? At night, this car is beautiful. They did a hell of a job of making this car look like it's really traveling down that road, though. I want to see a nightscape before I back out. And then I think we'll go do one more race, and then I think from there I'm going to do the ACC on PS5 and do one or two races over there, just so now that the update is fixed all the bugs apparently. Wait a minute, they're supposed to turn on the neon lights. That's the whole purpose of seeing the car at nighttime, so you can see the neon lights on the sides. Low main races, laces, buttery smooth. Are you referring to this game or to ACC on PS5? Looks like ray tracing mode is off. I think I left it on, to tell you the truth. Oh, the car, yeah. Sorry about that, brother. Okay, video output. Yeah, right there. I've got the ray tracing turned on. See, support gaming. How you doing? Let's see here. The replay save in the clue icon, Lincoln. Let's go back and see what you're talking about. The clue icon. Oops. Car collection. My camera might be blocking the other options that I can't see up there. I mean, like I found it in the gallery, and then yeah, it says no content to display. I thought I saved it. Maybe I didn't save the replay. Anyway, let's go back, do another race, and let me turn this force feedback up a little bit again. Turn it up to 65. Oh, holy smokes! We just barely made it. Force feedback, torque, force feedback. Let's see how that feels. Oh yeah, that force feedback's definitely stronger. As long as I don't get any oscillation, that actually feels much, much better. That actually felt much, much better. Damn, look how long it takes to get out of the pits. What's the point of the warm-up? I ain't even get out the pits. What's the point of the warm-up if they don't let you get out the pits? Oh, you said the icon with the magnifying glass? The one under the camera, icon with the magnifying glass. Okay, we'll go back and check that after the race. Damn it! Why do I keep losing the back end there? This idiot! Damn it! I couldn't see over the top of that dashboard. I don't care if they give me a penalty. He already bumped me twice. Oh, he's trying to bump me again. What the? Oh my God. They gave me a 2-second penalty even though the guy rear-ended me. Oh my God. Now they need to fix the damn penalty system. Okay, now let's go back and see where we find the replay at. Still saying no content. Unless this is it. Okay, so we found it. Thank you, Gaming Legends and Sport Gaming. Some of these cars zigzagging all over the place. Oh, look at that. I left tracks in the grass. That's detail. Good replay cameras, though. All right. All right. Good look at replays. Good look at replays. Well, let's open a roulette ticket and watch them give us some money. They're gonna give me a car that I can't use. Semi-racing muffler. It's compatible with the Renault. Okay. I think I already got one of those. So I put 173 miles on this car. I think that let me see here. Let's change the flow. I got a little bit of money. I'm pretty much done making my point with these microtransactions. I'm done blowing money just to show you guys what their ultimate scheme is with these microtransactions. I still got a little bit of money left, so I want to go buy another GT3 car and put it in the race. So let's head to the shop. Let's head to Brand Central. Let's see what they got for Legends cars, though. See these ridiculous prices. Now, the Sauber Mercedes, I did have that car. I think I outright bought that car on GT Sport. I did like that car. It sounded amazing. On GT Sport, this car sounded amazing, along with the Mazda 787B. Um, this car on Project Cars 2 doesn't sound near as good as GT Sport. Let's see here. This car? No. This is a 1970 Porsche 917K. 18 million. Can't do it. Oh, that's all they got. I don't see the Mazda 787B in here. Because that's another car they should have had in here. So out of these legend cars, this Sauber Mercedes and this 917K would have been the cars that I would have wanted. I really don't care for the other ones. So let's go to Brand Central. Let's see how much that Corvette costs. The Group 3 Corvette. This one here. 450,000. I'm thinking about buying this, and I'm thinking about buying that Porsche. But with my luck, when I come back to the cafe, I'll end up probably winning this car anyway. Um, see here. How much does it weigh? 2886. Slightly heavier than my Ford GT. I'm also thinking about buying a Porsche. Or the Group 3 NSX. Or even the Group 2 NSX. This Ray Brig right here. Because I had this car on GT Sport. This is 450,000. Nice looking set of wheels. This is 800,000. They also got a Group 2 Lexus as well. See if it's still here. Yeah, this will be the one that I'm referring to. No, I think this is the car that's on RCF. No, actually, no. I think this is the car that's on ACC. I'm not interested in that GTR, but for curiosity's sake, let's see how much it costs. Right here, Group 3, 450,000. So it looks to me like the Group 3 cars cost $450,000 across the board. So I guess it's just a matter of which one you want. So right now, I'm thinking about getting that Corvette, and I'm thinking about getting that Porsche. I mean, because once I get those cars, the only reason for me to go on with this game is to continue to fill up menu books, so I can eventually get the Circuit de la Sarthe and unlock that track. Oh, this must be the Group Two. The car look like it mean business though. They got different wings. Excuse me, folks. They got different wings. Then Toyota, I think they got the Group 3 Supra, which isn't a bad looking car either. I think this is no, this is a Group 4. This is the Group 3. Like those tires. So let's check the Porsche. Because I got a loyalty to Porsche. That's the car that I use on ACC. I feel a loyalty to that car. This is the 911 RS. I use the 911 GT3R. But this, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. One of the bad things about GT Sport is a lot of the cars all sounded the same from the inside, but they did do a better job with the engine sounds with this game. And this 911 RS sounds amazing on Automobile Lista 2. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and buy this car. No, that's a common color. That's the one I had on GT Sport. It's too common. Let's get this one. Man, they got that shit looking so real. Let's go ahead and get it. We're gonna take this car on to the next daily race, and I think we're gonna go ahead and test that Corvette too on a daily race. So I got 2 more races left in me because I want to run this Porsche on that track, and I want to run that. You want to get in this car now? No. Let's go back and get that Corvette. Told you guys, I only deal with GT3s. So I'm sure they're going to get the new body style Corvette because this is an older one. It's a Group 3, 450,000. Let's get it. Let's get it. See it in the dynamic scene. All right, let's purchase. I'm broke, y'all. I'm broke. Yeah, we're going to try this car first. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, that dashboard is tall. All right, what's up? Speed? Interlagos, my favorite big boy go kart race. My favorite track is Circuit de la Sarthe. As far as my favorite track of all time, but like on the British GT circuit, like when I play at Setta Corsa Competizione, Monza is my favorite track, followed by Bathurst second, and maybe Imola third. Imola, as they call it. My UK friends keep on getting all over me about not saying shit right. So we got about a minute 40 seconds before the race starts. So 139 ain't going to be good enough to win shit. But what I want to try to do is run the whole race through this camera, through this angle. Because this is what it's going to look like in VR, except you can look all around inside the car. Yeah, what time is it? Damn, it's already 9 o'clock. So, yeah, I still plan on doing my ACC stream after I'm done with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this race in the Corvette, and then I'm going to come back and run this race in the Porsche, and then I'll go ahead and wrap it up after that. And then I'm going to jump over to ACC for those of you who want to see. This track is a beast in VR. I don't think I've run. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you can run this track on a GT Sport. I still got GT Sport on my PS4 Pro. I didn't delete it. I didn't see any reason, because when you bought this game for PS5, you also get it for the PS4 as well. I don't see any reason to download this game on my PS4. I don't really see any reason for it. Because naturally the best version is on the PS5. That's not to say that the PS4 version looked bad, because the PS4 version is beautiful. From what I'm seeing, the PS4 version, it's hard. It's kind of hard to tell with the naked eye. The big thing is the ray tracing. That's the big difference right there. Oh, that's the other car I should have bought, was that Beetle, that Group 3 Beetle. I use that car on GT Sport. That is a great car on GT Sport. It's choppy on PS4, more jaggies. Really? From the videos that I was seeing, the PS4 version I thought looked pretty damn good. I guess I was wrong. And I assumed that it ran at 60 frames per second. Dub. Didn't mean to hit him. He got a 4-second penalty, my God. Damn it. Oh well. Yeah, that Beetle's another car I should have bought. What speed? You said Fast and the Furious behind me? 7,000 clams. Say that replay. And then we're going to jump into Porsche, do a race there, wrap it up, and then hop on over to ACC. Wait a minute. Will it let me change cars? Yeah, I can do that here. $27.40. Now I actually got to take some weight off of my Ford GT. Let's go. Now I don't think I need to go buy tires for it. So this race is proving that it's not going to rain. So I don't need to go spend $56,000 on tires again. See what we got here. Didn't hit that apex. Shit. All right, let's grab a drink. Ah, you hear me guzzling this diet soda. Sorry, folks. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. 1 minute. 1 minute. Force feedback feels pretty good. I found a way to get good force feedback without all that oscillation. Ah, excuse me. Where am I starting? 12th. Oh my God. That mean I'm last? One thing I do like about this race is there is a lot of different cars entered in this race. So shite! Gonna get a penalty for that. 2 seconds, goddamn. And I'm kind of thinking he brake checked me on purpose too. Shit, another penalty. Six seconds, oh my God. Let's see here. Speed. Who we got here? Speedtail Gaming. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, but I don't have my reading glasses, so it's a little bit difficult to see this small. Yeah, Speedtail Gaming. How you doing? So it is almost 10 o'clock. I really need to shut this stream down so I can come right back with ACC on PS5, do a quick race there, show you guys that all the lap times and deltas and gaps and all that stuff is working. And then tomorrow, we've got another ACC stream on PC because they released a challenge pack. We'll be getting 5 cars. I don't think we'll be getting any tracks, but I know we'll be getting 5 cars. Definitely want to try those cars out. Naturally, I got my eye on the Porsche, but I especially got my eye on the Ferrari. So looking forward to checking those cars out tomorrow. Definitely make sure you tune into those streams. Let me go ahead and shut this one down and come right back with ACC. I want to thank those of you who watched. This was a lot of fun. So this is what it was all about for me anyway, was racing. So you know, the microtransactions don't really affect me. That, you know, it if it does, it's a minimal effect on me. But I still think this is an egregious economy system. It is what it is. But it didn't diminish the fun that I had. This was fun running those races, and nice driving. Catch you later. I wish I could have done better. Those penalties really killed me. I wouldn't have won any of those races, but the penalties really hurt. So thanks for tuning in, Jonathan. Really appreciate it. And for those of you who want to see the ACC stream, I'll be back in a few minutes. So with that, you guys know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. We'll see you all in a few minutes on the Santa Costa Competizione on the PS5.